and we are immediately going to our reporter in the field. Let me see if I can bring in the chopper here. I think we should have him. Bernie, are you there? Are you available?
Rob, Corn Dog, I am here.
Yay. Yes. Where are you? We hear you in the chopper hovering above something.
I'm getting seasick. I wish it would put me down so I can be a little more comfortable, but that's fine.
I'm sure they could land
I am.
Like right now. Okay, you have landed. Where are you?
Guys, I am at the world-famous Barrett-Jackson car auction in Westworld in Arizona. I am inside tent number 2 of 5 display areas and the outside area only, which is by no means everything that's here, and just having a great time, just scoping everything out, and glad to be a part of this. Thanks for sending us. I hope the corporate account card is good for a little more padding, because I'm having a great time.
It is
cool.
If you swipe it and it clears, you're still good. It will eventually not do that, though, so just FYI. if you hit
Let me tell you, it's red hot right now, baby. It's red hot.
I'm sure. So what? You go there. Is this an annual trip for you? You've gone a number of times. I don't know if this is just something you do for funsies or what.
This started as a assignment from you, my boss, to come out and look at a General Lee about 4 or 5 years ago.
I remember that.
And so we thought we might even meet up at that time out here. But since then, it got to be such a good time that I just thought, hey, why not? Let's just make this a pilgrimage. The weather's always perfect. And hey, it's cars and beer.
So the General Lee he's referring to, this was our first communication snafu. Bernie, I told Bernie I'll meet you there on Saturday. And Bernie called me on Saturday, the Saturday before I was there. So one Saturday later, I was there. And that is where, Lee 1 was being sold there. And Corn Dog, what's the name of the guy who owned Lee 1? Bubba Watson bought it at that auction, the very one I talk about.
It was Murphy. What was his last name? Something Murphy. But it was Travis Bell and Jim Shine kind of oversaw the restoration of the car.
Yeah.
So they were there presenting the car, but Mr. Murphy, I'm drawing a blank on his name, but Mr. Murphy was there at the auction as well.
And that's where I met.
You may have not seen him.
I did meet him once. I don't know him very well, but I met Jim Shine and we walked all around the car. But Bernie was there. So Bernie? What's the highlight of the event this year? I haven't looked at the big Friday and Saturday evening cars. What's up?
There are, as always, there's going to be a couple of collections sold off, and like they always are. But one of the hot cars is, if you're a Mustang fan, and I know we do a lot of Mopar stuff here, but one of the original prototype Mustangs, one of the original hardtops that was given the VIN 000 number 2, is going to be sold off on Saturday. And the significance of that car specifically is that it was a development car that was hand assembled and pulling parts from this bin and that bin just to see the viability of the Mustang itself. And it was the first hardtop that was painted blue, and they gave it the VIN 002. And oddly enough, that car wound up in Canada first, and then it wound up in the Yukon Territory before it made its way back all the way back down to the lower 48 to be restored, and eventually wind up here at the auction on Saturday.
No kidding. I have done a little bit of homework. Are there any big charity fundraisers? Usually Rick Hendrick shows up, or I think Jeff Gordon is auctioning off a Corvette this year. Is there anything of note that our audience would be all jazzed about?
I will double check and see, but it's the normal docket of charity cars. A number of things have been built like they are every year, and they go to a number of different organizations. You know, Barrett-Jackson does a great job with charity work, and they do a great job communicating with the community and veterans organizations, children's organizations. If you know Barrett-Jackson at all, you know that's their legacy, and it gets bigger every year.
Right. Okay. Well, I hope you have a good time. If you see any good deals on Chargers or anything, let us know, and send them over to Corn Dog.
Buy 3 of them.
By 3.
Awesome. Well, let's see. Here's a Cornet over here. Cornet RT.
Yeah. What was that?
Was
blue
it the
one
yellow
that we saw earlier?
Let's go back up here. There's
still
so many cars. You
on
get
the
lost
car.
in such a hurry. You know, you think you'll always remember your parking space, and then you never do.
It's like a car alarm there. There are ATVs everywhere. So
There
are people everywhere.
There are people everywhere. I haven't been here too far after opening, but it just gets busier and busier. I mean, you know the zoo that SEMA is every year?
Yeah.
This is beginning to be like that to me. I mean, more and more vendors inside the main tents, more and more cars. I believe it's, 14 or 1,500 cars going across the block this year. A little more than that. So it's just crazy.
1,500? Boy, I guess I would have thought even more than that, but it's hard. It looks like there's more than 1,500 cars there. Ooh, what's that one?
Okay, here's the yellow car. Here's the two of them side by side. This is a 69 Super B, actually.
Yep.
383 4-speed car.
Yeah.
That's just like mine. I will be interested to see what that sells for.
Nicely done.
It's a cool looking car.
And then right next to that is the 68 Roadrunner Hemi car. I wished our connection was really good so you could get a good idea of this car. It's beautiful.
Is it a 4-speed?
It is a 4-speed, yes.
Wow.
Is it numbers matching? Real?
Real J-code Hemi 4-speed is what the sign says.
Wow. That is pretty cool. Awesome. Well, Bernie...
You probably know the name Dave Wise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This car, the build sheet says it has Dave Wise vehicle inspection report, so it must be real.
Yeah, he makes a lot of books, like reference books for decoding and all that. So he knows his stuff.
Awesome.
All right, Bernie, we're gonna let you go. Go buy us something good. Did you like the helicopter reference? Because I pulled it in here with you in mind. You can now fly around and find whatever it is you want to find there.
I hear the helicopter.
Yes.
So I guess it's coming to pick me back up again. So if it can transport me over to the corn dog tent. Oh, okay. I can have some lunch, I guess. So that would be great. Well, guys, it's great. Thanks for sending me out here on location. And I think this is going to be a good show.
Cool.
If anybody else is here or has been here, I know this is going to post-date a little bit. Be sure and drop us a line and let us know what you saw. Let us know what you loved.
Let me ask you one question. With your glasses, do you get accused of being Steve Magnante?
Yeah, we were separated at birth. We were joined at the stomach. It was quite an ordeal. So.
All right, Bernie. I don't know how to hang up on you, so you just have to hit mute or hang up on us. But we will see you later.
I will do it.
Okay.
And you guys have a good show, and talk to you soon.
All right. Catch you later.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So let's see here. Is he gone?
Yep, he left.
Were you looking straight up his nose?
No, I was trying to look at the cars.
Oh, okay. All I could see was right up his hooter. Oh, it's good to see him though. But Bernie's a good time. He's a trip. Speaking of Tom, okay, so kind of transitioning over to the Cooters event on January 26th. So Tom will be there. John will not. Interestingly enough, if you got to ask Tom any questions, what would you ask him? Because I'm trying to line up some possible interviews. I'm not going to go. I would love to go, but I am not going to go. I have too many conflicts to make it happen. But
I'm not going to be able to make it either.
So
I know what I would ask Tom.
Sonny Schroyer's representative, I'm now in contact with. He also represents Byron Cherry. So I've kind of set a goal to myself. Let's get the whole, like, who's who of cast members on this year. I would really like to do that. And Tom is one. I don't know what to ask him. He's the older I get, the more I enjoy him being Luke Duke. And
Right.
you kind of realize he's the smarter, faster, stronger, thinkingest one. And those are all good things. But I have no idea what to say to him other than, I mean, it'd just be like Tommy Boy, like, you're awesome.
Awesome.
Well, I know one thing was on the DVD set, the box set. If you watch they had a commentary episode where it was in this corner Luke Duke, where he did the boxing match, and they talked a lot about that, about how he was actually really in there and he was really fighting. And I'd like to hear more of that kind of stuff. Maybe even that specific episode again, if there was something maybe he left out in the DVD special, or I like that kind of stuff. But he seemed pretty to fight pretty decent in the ring. So, and that was a professional boxer too that he was up against. So,
like a real boxer, not a actor.
Right. I think he was, of course, retired or whatever, but he was a legit boxer.
Well, when we do our summer event, Comic-Con, Duke's Con, we'll throw some of those questions on in there. That sounds good.
That would be good.
You know what I think this would be a good time to tell people?
Uh-oh. What is it?
Something significant has happened. Very significant. Amazingly, charmingly significant. And I didn't know if it was going to happen because it wasn't looking good there for a while.
Uh-oh.
But MeUndies came back.
Yay!
They did.
You'll have 2019 covered for underwear.
Or will you? Because they are coming back with their Valentine's Day prints. And that's right. They are coming back at the one time of year when we'll be encouraging our listeners to drop the undies. So there's a little bit of irony there. But the downstairs neighbor has called to tell you to get super excited for the holiday nuptials coming up. What better way to prepare for Cupid's annual love fest than by starting and choosing a set of funsies from MeUndies? And I wrote that myself. That's not in the copy. I totally came up with that. I took my Christmas tree came down 4 days ago. Now we're doing Valentine's Day stuff. I'm all over it. Here's some Kibbe history for you. My first date with my wife, Laura, Valentine's Day, 1998.
Wow.
The first last date of all time.
And she put up with you this long.
And she's getting MeUndies now. So let me tell you all about it. So MeUndies, as you know, use coveted micromodal fabric, 3 times softer than cotton. This isn't regular modal. This is micromodal. Suckers use modal. We use micromodal. Right? 4 different cuts, and Valentine's Day season is the very best. They release new prints every Tuesday. So from now, I mean, it's still January right now. You could get, there's like 4 Tuesdays in a row. That means you and your loved one can chill in matching prints for Valentine's Day. Why stop at just the undies, though? You can also get their lounge pants and onesies as well. Those lounge pants, those are for real. I am wearing those every night to bed. Corn dog. If only you had the offer for our listeners that's going to keep us able to do these shows, because without the ads, we cannot do so. What is the
It's a great offer. And another thing, too, is if you wait to the last minute, think about all the different patterns that you'll have to choose from between now and then.
Absolutely.
So, to get your 15% off of your first pair, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guaranteed, go to MeUndies.com/KAFS. That's MeUndies.com/KAFS.
Think about this. You can choose a present that you can help her put on and take back off. And get a little something for yourself. That'll be great.
There you go.
I can't wait.
You went there.
I can't wait for the next one. Thank you, MeUndies, for returning. Our listeners, I have heard, listen to the ads like multiple times just to see if this will be the last one or not. No, it's the best. I'm so glad that they're back. And every time we run an ad here, it means we get to do one more show, and that's another benefit that they bring to the table.